Hello students, welcome back after your summer vacations. Today we are going to start new chapter, that is chapter number 5, coal and petroleum. In this chapter we will read about the natural resources, that is the resources which are found in nature. You are aware that around you there are so many types of materials, like some are made by human efforts and some are found in nature. So in this chapter we will read about the natural resources which are found in nature. So there are basically two types of natural resources. What are they? Inexhaustible natural resources and exhaustible natural resources. Now what are inexhaustible natural resources? These resources, they are present in unlimited quantity. Unlimited quantity means, that is, they are not likely to be exhausted by human activities, like sunlight stay forever, air will be there. These are the inexhaustible, जो कभी ना ख़त्म होने वाले रिसोर्सेज हैं, नेचर ने जो हमें दिए हैं. These are inexhaustible natural resources. The second one is exhaustible natural resources. Now exhaustible natural resources are those resources which are provided to us by nature and they are very limited. They can be exhausted. They can be exhausted by human activities. Example, the forest, if we cut them, they will be exhausted. Wildlife, if we kill them or destroy them, they will exhaust in nature. Minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas, if we overuse them, they also get exhausted in future. So there are basically two types of natural resources, that is the inexhaustible natural resources and exhaustible natural resources. Now next is activity 5.2. In this activity it is shown that if we overuse our natural resources, then there are conditions, there are likely conditions which shows us that our future generation will not get the sufficient natural resources. If we overuse them, if we use more and more, then these natural resources will be exhausted and our future generations will not get these natural resources in future. So please read this activity and you will get to know about it. Next is, in this chapter we will learn about some exhaustible natural resources like coal, petroleum and natural gas. Means in this chapter we will learn about the coal, petroleum and natural gas in detail. Actually students, these are known as the fossil fuels. Now what are fossil fuels? Fossil fuels are the remains of living organisms. They are dead remains of living organisms. These are called as fossil fuels. Means लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स के मरने के बाद जो चीज़ बन जाती है, जिससे लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स के मरने से जो चीज़ बनती है, वो कहलाते हैं फॉसिल फ्यूल्स. यू विल गेट टू नो इन डिटेल अबाउट दीज इन दिस चैप्टर. Now first we will take the coal. Now what is a coal? See, this is the picture of coal. You may have seen coal or heard about it. It is hard as stone and it is black in color. See, this is the picture. Now what is a coal? Actually is, coal is one of the fuel used to cook food. It is also used to produce steam in the railway engines. It is also used in thermal power plants to produce electricity. Now coal is also used as fuel in various industries. So these are the uses of the coal that you have to learn in this chapter. First, they are used to cook food, they are used to produce steam, they are used to produce electricity, and they are also used as fuel in various industries. Now next topic is the story of coal. You know how coal is formed? You will get to know about this in this paragraph. Now what do you know about the coal? How they are formed? Children, about 300 million years ago, the earth has dense forest. अर्थ पर बहुत घना जंगल था. in low-lying wetland areas. Wetland areas are those marshy areas, गीली जगहें जहाँ पर दलदली गीली भूमि होती थी, तो वहाँ पर बहुत घना जंगल था. एंड ड्यू टू नेचुरल प्रोसेसेस लाइक फ्लडिंग, फ्लड के आने से, बाढ़ आने से, दीज फॉरेस्ट गॉट बरीड अंडर द सॉइल. ये फॉरेस्ट दब गए, सॉइल के अंदर ये दब गए. एज मोर सॉइल्स डिपॉजिटेड ओवर देम दे वर कंप्रेस्ड. कंप्रेस्ड होने से वो सॉइल के डिपॉजिट होने से वो और दबते चले गए. द टेम्परेचर ऑल्सो रोज, टेम्परेचर भी बढ़ा. एज दिस सैंक डीपर एंड डीपर, जैसे जैसे वो सॉइल की वजह से नीचे दबते चले गए, घना जंगल मिट्टी के नीचे दबता चला गया, तो टेम्परेचर भी बढ़ने लगा. अंडर हाई प्रेशर and high temperature, these 2 points, under high pressure and high temperature, dead plants got slowly converted to coal. As coal contains mainly carbon, so the slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called as carbonization. So what is carbonization? It is a process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal. Since it was formed from the remains of vegetation, coal is known as the fossil fuel. So next is, what happens when coal is burnt in air? When coal burns, then it produces mainly the carbon dioxide gas. This is the important term, that is, whenever coal burns, what is produced? Mainly carbon dioxide. Carbon monoxide is also formed, but mainly the carbon dioxide gas. Coal is processed in industry to get some useful products such as coke, coal tar and coal gas. So whenever coal is processed in industry, these 3 main products are formed and some carbon dioxide gas also. So we will learn in detail about the coke. It is a tough, porous and black substance. It is an almost pure form of carbon. Coke is used in the manufacture of steel and in the extraction of many metals. You must have read about the extraction of metals, means और में से मेटल को एक्सट्रैक्ट करते हैं तो कोक की हेल्प से वो एक्सट्रैक्शन होती है. जब माइनिंग की जाती है तो उस ओर में से अगर मेटल को हम अलग करते हैं तो हम कोक की हेल्प लेते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज कोल टार, जिसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं तार कोल. व्हाट इट इज अ ब्लैक थिक लिक्विड, गाढ़ा लिक्विड विद एन अनप्लेजेंट स्मेल, जिसमें से कि गंदी बदबू आती है. इट इज़ अ ब्लैक थिक लिक्विड विद एन अनप्लेजेंट स्मेल. इट इज़ अ मिक्सचर ऑफ about 200 substances. Now products obtained from coal tar are used as starting material for manufacturing various substances used in everyday life and in industry. Like coal tar, it is used to make synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, perfumes, plastic, paints, photographic materials, roofing materials. So these are used for, coal tar is used for these things. Nowadays, a bitumen, a petroleum product, is used in place of coal tar. So what is used? Bitumen is used in place of a coal tar for metaling the roads. पक्की रोड बनाने के लिए पहले हम तारकोल का यूज़ करते थे, बट अब उसकी जगह हम क्या यूज़ करने लगे हैं? बिट्यूमिन. बिट्यूमिन इज़ अ substance which is obtained from petroleum. Next is coal gas. Coal gas is obtained during the processing of coal to get coke. So whenever we process the coal, जब कोल को प्रोसेस किया जाता है तो किस लिए प्रोसेस किया जाता है? कोक बनाने के लिए. मतलब कि जब हम कोल से कोक बनाते हैं तो कोल गैस प्रोड्यूस होती है. Whenever we form coke from the coal by the processing, then coal gas is produced. Coal gas was used for street lighting for the first time in London in 1810 and in New York around 1820. Nowadays it is used as a source of heat rather than light. आजकल वो हीट का सोर्स है, ना कि लाइट प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए. नेक्स्ट इज petroleum. Now the second fossil fuel is petroleum. So you get to know about the coal. Coal produces three things: coke, coal tar and coal gas. So next topic, next fossil fuel we are taking is the petroleum. What is petroleum? You know that petroleum is used as a fuel in light mobiles. हल्की जो vehicles होते हैं हल्के, उसमें पेट्रोल एक फ्यूल काम करती है. और अगर भारी व्हीकल लें, हैवी मोटर व्हीकल्स लेंगे तो वो रन करते हैं डीजल का यूज़ करते हैं. लाइट ऑटोमोबाइल्स दे यूज़ पेट्रोल एज ए फ्यूल. हैवी मोटर व्हीकल्स दे यूज़ लाइक ट्रक एंड ट्रैक्टर्स दे यूज़ डीजल. नाउ दीज पेट्रोल एंड डीजल दे आर ऑब्टेन्ड फ्रॉम द नेचुरल रिसोर्स कॉल्ड पेट्रोलियम. पेट्रोलियम से बनते हैं. पेट्रोलियम की जब रिफाइनिंग की जाती है तो पेट्रोल एंड डीजल ऑब्टेन होते हैं. बहुत सारे और प्रोडक्ट्स ऑब्टेन होते हैं रिफाइनिंग ऑफ पेट्रोलियम से. सो यहाँ मेजर है पेट्रोल एंड डीजल. डू यू नो हाउ पेट्रोलियम इज फॉर्म? लाइक वी नो दैट हाउ कोल वॉज फॉर्म, वी शुड ऑल्सो नो हाउ पेट्रोलियम इज फॉर्म. नाउ पेट्रोलियम इज फॉर्म फ्रॉम ऑर्गेनिजम्स लिविंग इन द सी. आपको अभी मैंने बताया था कोल जो प्रोड्यूस होता है वो डेंस फॉरेस्ट के कंप्रेशन से प्रोड्यूस होता है. लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स मीन्स एनिमल्स का यूज़ नहीं होता कोल बनाने के लिए. पेट्रोलियम के लिए दे आर ऑब्टेन फ्रॉम ऑर्गेनिजम्स लिविंग इन द सी. एज दीज ऑर्गेनिजम्स डाइड देयर बॉडीज सेटल्ड एट द बॉटम ऑफ द सी. ऑर्गेनिज्म मर जाते हैं, उनकी बॉडीज नीचे बॉटम ऑफ द सी तक चली जाती हैं. एंड दे गोट कवर्ड विद अगेन द लेयर ऑफ सैंड एंड क्ले. ओवर मिलियंस ऑफ ईयर्स, एब्सेंस ऑफ एयर, हाई टेम्परेचर एंड हाई प्रेशर, सेम ड्यू टू हाई टेम्परेचर एंड हाई प्रेशर they get buried under the bottom, under the layer of the soil and clay inside the sea and transformed into petroleum or natural gas. So how petroleum was formed? It is there in this paragraph only. You have to learn it. How coal was formed, how petroleum was formed, these you have to learn. Next is some information regarding the petroleum. The world's first oil well was drilled in Pennsylvania, USA in 1859. 8 years later, in 1867, oil was struck at Makum in Assam. In India, oil is found in Assam, Gujarat, Mumbai High and in the river basins of Godavari and Krishna. These you must know where oil was found. Now I told you that the diesel, natural gas, these are obtained from the petroleum. Now what is actually a petroleum is? What is a petroleum? Petroleum is a dark oily liquid. It has an unpleasant odor. गंदी सी स्मेल आती है, डार्क कलर का चिकना ऑयली लिक्विड है, and it is a mixture of various constituents such as petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, etc. So what is petroleum? This is the diagram given in your book. This figure you have to learn. You should know how to make this. See, in this, these are the wells from where the petroleum was extracted from the sea. Now this is showing the impervious rock. Impervious rock means Impervious rocks means from where nothing can be passed, means no pores are there. Then the gas is lighter, so it is above. Then oil, little bit heavier than gas. Then water, and these are reservoir rock here. So gas is always at the upper layer, then the oil layer, then the water. Water is always heavier than the oil. Okay. Next, what is petroleum refinery? What is that? What is the fraction of petroleum या refining किसे कहते हैं? The process of separating the various constituents fractions of petroleum मीन्स वो प्रोसेस जिससे कि पेट्रोलियम में से बहुत से अलग अलग तरह के प्रोडक्ट्स कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स हम निकाल सकें, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज रिफाइनिंग. इट इज़ कैरिड आउट इन अ पेट्रोलियम रिफाइनरी. ये सब प्रोसेस कहाँ होता है? रिफाइनिंग कहाँ होती है? पेट्रोलियम रिफाइनरी में होती है. सी, दिस इज़ द डायग्राम ऑफ अ पेट्रोलियम रिफाइनरी. Picture of the petroleum refinery where the petroleum is fractionated, means various types of constituents are extracted out from the petroleum. Okay, next is these are the various constituents of petroleum and with this. So students, this table 5.1 you have to learn it thoroughly. अच्छे से आपको learn हो जानी चाहिए. This table shows the various constituents of petroleum with their uses, like LPG गैस कैसे पेट्रोलियम से एक्सट्रैक्ट होती है, पेट्रोल, केरोसिन, डीजल, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, bitumen. These are the constituents which are formed by the refining of petroleum. This you must learn properly. Next is petroleum is used as a fuel for transport vehicles because it is less natural gas. Next, the third fossil fuel is called as the natural gas. Natural gas, what it is very important fossil fuel because it is easy to transport through pipes. Natural gas is stored under high pressure, so it is called as compressed natural gas. This means natural gas is also compressed. When it is compressed, then it is called as CNG, compressed natural gas, which is used for power generation. It is used as a fuel for transport vehicles. आपने देखा होगा आजकल हम CNG की बसेस यूज़ करते हैं, टैक्सी यूज़ करते हैं, कैब, because it is less polluting. It is a cleaner fuel. CNG is a cleaner fuel. So the great advantage of CNG is that it can be used directly for burning. CNG को हम directly जला सकते हैं in homes and in factories, and it is easily supplied through pipes. So the question can be asked that why CNG is a better fuel than coal and petrol. So you should know that it is a cleaner fuel, it is easy to transport, and it is less polluting than petrol. Next is now this CNG exists in Vadodara, Gujarat, and some parts of Delhi and other places. Natural gas is also used as a starting material for the manufacture of many number of chemicals and fertilizers. Fertilizers बनाने के लिए, chemicals बनाने के लिए भी एक starting material का काम करती है ये natural gas. Starting materials means जब पूरा केमिकल फर्टिलाइज़र हमें बनाना होता है, वी हैव टू यूज़ दिस नेचुरल गैस एज ए स्टार्टिंग मटीरियल्स. इंडिया हैज़ वास्ट रिजर्व्स ऑफ नेचुरल गैस. दीज एरियाज यू शुड नो दैट राजस्थान, महाराष्ट्र, कृष्णा गोदावरी डेल्टा, वेयर दीज compressed natural gas is found. Next is some natural resources which are limited. So up to this topic we have learned about the coal, we have learned about the petroleum, we have learned about the natural gas. These are the three fossil fuels that you have to learn in detail. Now these natural resources, they are very limited. So what we have to do, if they are limited, what we have to do to save our so that they can be used by our future generation also. So in this paragraph it is shown, you have studied in the beginning of the chapter that some natural resources are exhaustible like fossil fuels, forest, minerals. You know that coal and petroleum are fossil fuels. It requires a dead organisms millions of years to get converted into these fuels. On the other hand, the non-reserves of these will last only a few hundred years. So अगर ये कुछ सौ साल और रहेंगे ये नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज, तो क्या होगा, उसके बाद ये ख़त्म हो जाएंगे. और ये नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज को अगर हम बर्न करते रहेंगे तो इट कॉजेज ग्लोबल वार्मिंग ऑल्सो. So what we have to do to save our environment from this risk, there is one association called as PCRA, Petroleum Conservation Research Association, जिन्होंने कुछ टिप्स दिए हैं that we should follow to generation. What are those now? First tip is drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible. Means if you are driving any vehicle, so to utilize more, to make the more efficiency of that vehicle, we have to drive that vehicle at a constant and moderate speed, so that this vehicle engine will use less petrol or less diesel. So drive at a constant and moderate speed. Second tip is switch off the engine at traffic light or at a place where you have to wait. Generally we do not switch off our vehicles at red light, but we should. Third is ensure correct tire pressure. In our vehicle we have to check whether the pressure of the air in the tire is perfect or not. We have to ensure that. Ensure regular maintenance of the vehicle. Vehicle means these 4 points which PCRA has given is for our vehicle. We have to drive it at a constant speed, switch off the engine at traffic light, correct tire pressure should be there, and regular maintenance of the vehicle should be followed. So these tips were given by PCRA. I hope you understood this chapter. This is all about this chapter. In the next class, we'll do the question answers regarding this chapter. Thank you.